Hi, Genesys Grinder here. Today we have Mimighoul versus Dragon Rule. Let's go into duel. Dragon Ruler goes first and Thief Steam, the little one, to discard. We discard with Tempest to summon Tidal for deck. After active the Here There Be Dragon, these spells reborn or summon a Dragon Ruler from grave and or banishment. And it's pretty interesting in Genesys format for cheat out some points. And resummon Tempest. Now he summon Chasma, that is the one can copy the Dragon Rule effect. Detaching Tempest to send Tidal, so he can send a water monster to the graveyard. And send Blaster. Now activate Tidal, banishing Blaster and Steam to summon itself. Activate Blaster, the effect of add. To add Burner. Now you active Burner, discarding Fire Attacker to summon probably misplayed, summon Blaster from the deck. And EXs to the Eclipse Dragon that shuffle back a little one to summon a bigger one. Cannot target the Steam because he have not any Tidal in the deck. So target the Burner to summon out the Blaster. And pass the turn. Here the Blaster doesn't go to the end because return to end during the Mimighoul end phase. The Mimighoul player starts with the Ultimate Slayer and again an Ultimate Slayer that is not once per turn and is a cost 0 card that is amazing. Foolish Goods for Rainbow Bridge that add a field spell and a field spell, non Archfiend, and a Crystal Beast. Activate Dungeon to add Archfiend. Activate Maker, revealing Fairy and Slime. Summon Fairy from the end, from the deck to the opponent field, and special summon from the end Dragon to search a room. Now he special summon Slime to the opponent's field and normal summon Archfiend, so he can flip the Slime and summon from the deck. Summon Master, so he can add Armor that can be special summoned if the opponent control a face down monster. Now you Duel into the Angel. Angel search the spell. Activate spell Reborn Duel. No, now another Angel into F0. Duel effect in the grave to re-add the Ghosted Shot. And F0 Utopic Future on the F0. Now special summon the armor. Exist summon into Mimighoul Giant, the search, another Archfiend from the deck from the end. Effect to pop because the opponent control a set monster and inflict a 1000 damage. Meta phase, attack with Giant because now is a 100 and 1013 attack point, then Master and no, that is a 108 and 3k from F0. Special summon Archfiend from the end. The opponent set the room and pass the turn. opponent draw Redox. That is a good draw because is one of the name that he doesn't have at this moment. Flip Parshind, discard one, draw one. Activate Blaster, banishing Impulse and Tempest. Okay, negate from F0, Tempest to add, and get Lightning. Now, Redux from Summon, banishing Blaster and Tidal to search. Let's search Steam. Activate Lightning, discarding Lightning and Steam to summon Tempest. All the rulers are used, activate room and the opponent concede. Now to game 2. Dragon Ruler goes first again, and Mimighoul bricked art. During SP, uses Shifter. That is good and not good against Dragon Ruler, because when they are banished, search, but you lose a lot of follow-up. Lightning, discard with Redox to summon Tempest from deck. Redox to add Reactant. Burner, discarding Tempest and yourself to summon Blaster. Tempest to search. Midora. For the one who doesn't know this card, is a really good card in this format because it costs 0. Is a Dragon Wind that can summon itself when your opponent special summon a 2k monster or more from the extra deck. And when it is summoned, you can target a face-up monster that was special summoned from the X deck, and another player can activate that monster effect while its monster is face-up on the field. The strong part is that the activation the effect of this card cannot be negated, and can be searched with Tempest in this deck. So, we exist summon for the Eclipse to shuffle back a Burner and summon a Blaster from the deck. Now go in the end phase, activate Super Reju to draw 4. That is amazing in this format, because is a format that is more slow. Draw the other brick, activate Upstart, draw a not bot harder. That is an amazing card, but not with this hand, and concede. Now, Mimighoul player go first, is not a good hand, but is okay. Activate Shifter in his turn, because he want to play without Shifter during the next turn. The opponent top deck Cosmic Cyclone, that is amazing. Activate Cyclone on room, and the opponent chain room to summon from the deck Dragon that add the follow-up to this hand. Now, the opponent is under Shifter, and this will let the opponent lose a lot of follow-up, but he can still do a lot of things. Activate Spectral, that is an amazing card, discarding Redox to add 2 Dragon Ruler to his hand from the deck. Add the Burner and Lightning. Activate Redox to add Reactant. So now the opponent can activate Tempest to the opponent Tempest is I don't remember the Tempest effect. He can add a dragon monster. So he add a tuner to his hand. So he can run to the level 10 synchro plays. Activate burn, discarding Tidal to summon Blaster from the deck. Tidal F to search. Search another steam. Now you summon the Rose Dragon that doesn't trigger with Undershifter, but is really good to do the changing. So because Undershifter there is a lot of banish card, so you can trigger it very easily. Added Blaster, Blaster added Burner to this hand. Activate Reactant, discarding Steam to summon Rebels from the deck. Activate Chingy and the opponent activate Iron Thunder. The fact is that Iron Thunder is very good in this spot because Shifter prevents the opponent to have a card in the graveyard, so he cannot protect himself. Now, the opponent activates Steam to special summon a Tidal from the deck. Exit summon for the Eclipse that shuffle Burner and summon a Blaster from the deck. Now enter the battle and 2/8 on the face. Now the opponent draw a Upstart Goblin active for Caustic Shot, not a good hand. There are few brick in this deck and he draw 3 of them. I think there are like 5-6 brick in the deck. He drew 3 of 5. That is not very good. This is a huge misplay because if the opponent decided to negate Eclipse, you lose all the follow-up. But this is a fortune that the ruler player doesn't activate the Eclipse effect. Now you realize that with the low point cost engine, you can play Typhoon and you can summon Typhoon on the Eagle. So you summon the Typhoon on the Eagle because the opponent summoned more than two or more times from the X deck in the previous turn. So now you can activate the Typhoon effect to bounce back to the extra the Xyz and beat over on Blaster. Is better like this even if you do an 100 damage less, because if you do if you give Blaster into the end, if you draw a card that requires a discard, is a better discard and is a discard that you will not have if you bounce the Xyz. Now you can activate the dungeon to get a follow-up, set to bluff and pass the turn. The opponent draw Impulse, that is not a good draw, but you have a lot of follow-up with 3 ruler in the graveyard. And now is not under shifter. So the opponent decide to start with I don't remember which one I used. Decided we start with Redox, banishing Blaster and Tidal. So he now can activate Tidal and Blaster to search 2 cards from the deck to the hand. Add the burner and a steam. So now he passed because he doesn't have in the deck another copy of Tidal or another copy of Blaster, because we know that the cost of the each of the big dragon ruler is 7, so you cannot run them in 3 copies. So now that is the turn of Mimighoul player, that he can summon Mimighoul Dragon, and the opponent use Impulse effect to summon Fire Attacker that will trigger on the search to draw 2 cards, draw Judgment and the Midaradora. The opponent discard Judgment. Mimighoul player search with Dungeon and search the Mimighoul Archfiend. Now he activate Maker to summon from the deck a Mimighoul Slime to the opponent field and Mimighoul Cerberus to his hand. Now you summon from the hand Archfiend, flip the Slime, and summon from the deck a Mimighoul Knight. Mimighoul Armor, sorry. Now the Mimighoul player have a problem that there is in this format with Typhoon. Typhoon in the actually format, if you don't need on the field, you can link it away. Here, no. You can tribute summon this, or you can summon a Typhoon over a Typhoon or a Zeus over Typhoon, but is not optimal. So you need to force your opponent to trade your Typhoon, because you hope that Typhoon hurts more your opponent than you. He exists summon from Throne to summon from the deck the Mimighoul Master that search another copy of Dragon, that is a huge follow-up. Exists summon for a Mimighoul Giant that search from the deck a Mimighoul Room. Now entering activate Mimighoul Cerberus to summon from the end to your opponent's field. Activate Giant to pop the Redox and inflict 1000 damage to your opponent. Now battle phase, attack with Typhoon over Fire Attacker. Main 2, exist summon to Zeus. Here, you summon Zeus anyway, because if you summon Zeus, the opponent, if have a problem with the Typhoon, he need to decide if he can trade the Zeus first and then the Typhoon, he need to activate 2 effect. And if a Typhoon is a more problematic card, if he trade before trade Zeus, Zeus trigger the effect of a touch and have 3 material and can wipe the board 1 time. So set the Mimighoul Room and pass the turn. The opponent think on the summon of Zeus. Activate Miradora to negate Zeus while he is on the field. So Zeus is not a problem anymore. Now reset the room. Opponent's turn. Opponents draw the really good card Spectrum. Now opponent goes to main phase. Decide to activate Spectral discarding Burner to search Lightning and Nebulous, that is a really good card when you have to deal with Shifter, because summon to banish the Dragon Ruler, so he can recycle a lot of resources. Activate Redox banishing 2 little one to resummon itself. Now exist summon to the Eclipse Dragon that target a burner to special summon a blaster. Throne effect to equip yourself to Mimighoul Master and bounce back the exist to the extra deck. Now special summon of the blaster. Activate Nebulous, discarding the steam to special summon back 2 level 7 monster. Now the opponent can exist summon from for another dragon. The problem here for the Dragon Ruler player is that the all big ones are not anymore in the deck, so summon the white Xyz is not optimal. Special summon the Wall of Fragrance. He can detach to material to pop face-up card on the field. Then, if destroy a monster, you can target one of your monster and gain attack pair of the level or rank of the monster destroyed for 300 times. And if you have dragon as material, is a quick effect. Decide to active, pop Zeus, and give 3k and 600 to the blaster. Now the opponent flips summon the Cerberus, and Mimighoul player decide to take reactor from the monster flipped. Now he tried to attack over Typhoon, but the Mimighoul player activate room, set the blaster, and special summon a Archfiend to the opponent's field. End of battle. Special summon Tempest from the graveyard. He cannot activate sorry, cannot activate Redox because he is already activated, so decided to activate the Tidal instead, banishing 2 and special summon itself. Now he played Armageddon, the Dark Armed Dragon that can pop 2 cards by banishing a card from your graveyard. Decided to pop the 2 back rows because now he do a huge play that is do the Xyz that you should normally you doesn't do, but is really strong because on summon attach 4 Dragon Ruler with level 7 from the grave banishment to itself, and if you have all 6 attribute attached, it became a 4006 immune card that is huge. And when I attach the for material in res, banish all the card, all the monster your opponent with the same attribute that has on the material on the field and on the graveyard, that leave you without any resources. Touch 4, banish all the monster. Mimighoul Throne goes to grave because it's considered a spell in that moment. And pass the turn. Now, what is the play that Mimighoul player can do? Because the only remaining monster in the deck is Mimighoul Fairy, that can special summon itself if you control a Mimighoul monster. So the Mimighoul player decides to start with the normal dragon, activate its effect to add another dungeon. This is in influence. Special summon Fairy, and exist summon for Ripple Bird. Now you activate Ripple Bird to flip the blaster, activate both herder to take both blaster and exist because it's not immune because has not the light one as a material, and inflict 200 damage to your opponent. Now activate again leaderboard to flip Archfiend, return to ourselves, and we can remember that Archfiend was summoned in the previous turn. So now is a 119 1900 attack point. So now he can switch to attack the Xyz. For the effect of Ripple Bird, if all the monsters you control are in the attack position, all gain 500 attack. So now he can swing from game. And the Mimighoul player win. So guys, if you want to watch other Mimighoul replays or if you want a decklist, like, subscribe, and let me see. See ya!